Hi Turkey, hi Bali, welcome to the stream, you guys. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Adopter. Hi, guys. I'm gonna play the Stanley Parable 2. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe 2. Would you want this to be edited? That's a great question. It's up to you guys. If you guys, we should be very careful about what we choose to edit and what we don't choose to edit. If you guys think this has been a very funny stream, then yes, we should edit it. If you think we can milk enough video juice, if we can milk enough video juice out of this, squeeze it all out, wring it out. Alright. I'm about to get the hardest achievement. Can you hear me? Okay. I'm about to get the hardest achievement in all of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Watch this. This is why it's the hardest, because the game takes 5 years to load. Oh! Achievement? Alright, I'm gonna put in the actual current time. Hang on. Whoa, what? Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 o'clock and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set that clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. That's really good. Alright, what's my favorite time? Probably 3 a.m., right? Don't call Among Us Red Imposter at 3 a.m. Don't contemplate existential questions. Wait, what if I just don't set the time this time? Will he get mad at me? Probably not. Okay, my favorite time is 3 a.m. 3 a.m., your favorite time of day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, and now I'm curious about how accurate 3 a.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 3 a.m.? It's it's pretty inaccurate. Sorry, I lied. Well, no, it's somewhat accurate. I would say it's like 80% accurate. Can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Even the bumpscosity. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple new ones up. Oh, wait, they're doing something on data collection. I didn't even get it. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. It doesn't even want me to play the game. This is really funny. Please adjust the slider until the... Oh, okay. You guys said that, like, this was fine, right? Alright. Please adjust the slider until the dog and cat are friends. Wow. Look at them. Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes the number 9. Oh wow, we're learning so much here. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Oh god, but I'm addicted. It feels so good. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. This is fantastic. I can go mmm, Okay, I'm sorry. Let's continue. Which of the two made-up words below is most appealing to you? Occuboinkle. Scrumtush. I like Occuboinkle. Please don't adjust the slider. Ah! Do you know what time it is right now? No. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? Probably. What is time, anyway? No. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Yes. Help. No! They're turning it into like one of those personality test horror games. Do you guys remember those? Yes. Will you come back to visit me? No. Not for another 10 years. Wow, that was interesting. Little pink fellow.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
I still think
no one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Happy 12th birthday,
All of his
Steppies. Oh!
gone. What could it mean?
No!
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
That's weird. I thought I was gonna see the balloons. I'm starting to feel like I want to click door 435 times.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Okay, 417? It's probably a fucking impossible door to find. 417. Oh.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Okay. Wait, 437. Oh, I thought it was 427. 437? Wait, that's backwards, isn't it? Man, this is like an adventure. This is like exciting.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
The narrator really likes this. I think this is the one. This is the longest I've gone without disobeying him.
Now, back to door number 437.
Okay. This is probably endless.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
The copy machine?
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
This probably loops.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
What? Wait, is this how you're supposed to know how to do it? Oh, wait. No. Oh, wait, yes? Oh!
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
He's having such a good time. 416? Is this door 416? Uh-oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors...
No! No! No!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a Oh, please.
Hi,
Are you
Mr.
really
Phil.
just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No.
Oh no! We need a skip button.
A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417? Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437. Excellent. I
can imagine Stanley like running between all the doors, sweating, completely soaked. Where's door 416?
Now, back to door number 437.
Am I locked out of it because of the new content?
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the call, right? Back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Oh. Wait. Why was that guy already input?
This is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Okay, 416. 417. Oh, I can close that?
Oh, good. You notice my sign.
No!
Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
No, 416. Where's 416? What? Where's door 416? Help! Four 416. Oh wait, 431 to 436. There's no 416. You burger. Could 416 be down here? I don't think so.
Stanley came to a set of two
hope.
open doors. He entered the door on his left.
413. 412, 411. No. No.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
oh, broom closet's
Stanley
open.
decided to go up to... Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I'm gonna stay here for 3 days straight.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Oh man, I want to stay in here, but I don't want a repeat of the first time I played this game.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Because the first time I played this, it took me like 20 minutes of the stream to get out of the broom closet.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
No.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending?" I hope your friends find this concerning.
That's really funny.
Probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
I don't remember this before.
I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. In a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Alright, that's probably it, right? God, that's so funny.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before. You too. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
How's the audio, by the way? Are you guys good? Can you hear him okay? Okay, I don't think he says anything funny. He says any funny little goofs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I want to go downstairs again. I feel like I've done everything there is to do up there. What if I ate? I think I ate it at the wrong time before.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 28. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, I still feel like there's something here. There has to be.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest. as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, I think
Stanley
I've already
walked
done
straight
all
ahead
this.
through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I don't want to go through that route just because it's really long. Oh, if light is on, call extension 914 immediately. That's a hint. 914? Ah. Extension 914.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death. As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from
Catwalk.
a blind man. And so he resigned
Catwalk.
and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow
What?
life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh, wow. I wonder where that catwalk leads.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I wonder if there's anything else in this big, dark, scary room. Probably not.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Wow. I kind of want to look at more of this stuff now. Just to see what I'm missing.
Then he pushed the number 8. Stanley stood on the roof. Stanley pushed the orange lever.
Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game.
Would get him right back on track to where he was supposed to be in the story.
Wow, 3 times? That's insane. Freedom ending. Wow. Countdown desk? Oh, okay, okay. Wow. Zending. Zending? This, it was merged with another part of the game. What does that mean? Zending model. For a long time we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. The apartment timer. Cargo lift was always intended to offer the office the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also want the option of a player falling to their death. I want to play this game too. It's very clever. Highly recommend. Warzone? We designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which is not our intention. That's so goofy. Alright, how do I get out of here again? Hello, one up here, hello. Oh wow, that's cool. Alright, I already saw that place. Get me out! Help! Wait, what? One doorway to maintenance in the lounge. Two doorways to maintenance. One doorway to maintenance in the lounge and the original. Huh. Let me out, please! What the fuck? We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This was the first one, released in May 2012. It features a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator informing viewers that he is preparing a new version of the Stanley Parable. Let me out! Oh, exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time...
Quit. Does that actually give me something different?
This is the story.
I guess not.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Alright.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright. Before I go to the new content...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room. And
445, 446.
Well,
Alright, I was looking for
perhaps he wanted to
door...
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I was looking for door 416.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
Oh.
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Oh, wow.
Alright.
Can I leave?
Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
No.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
What? Oh. No,
This is a very sad story
Martha.
about the death of a man named Stanley.
No. Good morning, apply 427 plus Q on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Please press B.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown. Fantastic discoveries.
Oh, man.
It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen.
This is so fucking smart.
And so
Holy
he began
shit.
to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished.
Oh my god.
The thought excited him terribly.
Oh, spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls, and down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions, and down another was a game with a baby, and he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Oh man. I don't think there's gonna be anything if I don't. This is so clever. This is actually so I love this so much.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press you to question nothing.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried...
Please die? Wow, that was a fantastic ending. Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, let me go to the new
Good.
content.
You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to
Oh! Oh! No, 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 no. Oh!
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth?
Give it to me. Give
I
me.
can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Whee!
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
I've been trying to do this one since the beginning, Panda, but I couldn't find door
Excellent.
416.
I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so. Now, back to door number 437. Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know. All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
He's so excited. This is the happiest he's ever been in his life.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Wow. I've never felt more accomplished in my life. How's it going, Lee? Welcome to the stream. Alright, now let's go to the new content. How are you? Oh, I'm doing so good. I'm about to get the burger ending. I'm about to get the secret burger ending. Alright, so I left mid-game last time because I had to go. Am I gonna
See, Stanley,
do it all
I've been
again?
reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Wow.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game
I love
development
this part
is
so
much
much.
more of a fuzzy magic than anything. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Did I miss something important? I already went through, I think, everything from here.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this
Oh, if only there was a skip button in this
Stanley
game.
Parable reassurance bucket.
Holy yeah,
See, Stanley,
bro.
anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of
What else do, like,
calm ease
TikTok
will
children
fill your
say?
mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal.
You mean non-game stuff?
Comforting.
Wait, what do you
You
mean?
may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes.
I have somewhere I want to take this bucket.
Come on, give it a try.
I have somewhere I want to take this bucket.
Can you feel
What a
it?
great laugh that
The
is.
glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Wow.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video? Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person...
Oh, really? He always does the opposite?
...that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Get Well Someday is awesome.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on. Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue on. Great! Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Hold on, no, I'm gonna fall all the way down. I'm just gonna chat with you guys for a little bit. Just because I think it's funny seeing all the signs change to mostly infinite hole.
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again, so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you,
Mostly infinite is
press
so
the teleport
funny.
button to warp up to the top of the hole, and we can move on.
I
I'll
just
be
realized
here when you're ready.
he kind of sounds like the narrator from Little Big Planet.
You can also get jiggy and shake your sack booty. Go ahead, do the jiggy shaker, the sack shaker. Give me the sack shaker, sack thing.
He does! That's actually... Wow, they actually sounded more alike than I thought they would. When I pulled up the video, I mean. Also, this just sounds like Little Big Planet music, too. still the settings master, right? I'm not gonna have to get that one again.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous gamers. We hear you, and I promise it will happen. What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Oh, out of order? I've already been to the collectible place? No. What's over there? Oh, that's the exit.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and... For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing... Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
What does that
Just
say?
play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go.
What does
Let's
it
take
say?
a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving...
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on? Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
That's really awesome. I like that too. No, I listened to him.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Alright. Okay, new stuff. New stuff. I'm exiting with my reassurance bucket. Wow.
All right,
how
have you seen
artistic.
everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Wow. Oh, please no screenshots. Whoa!
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Whoa. Wait, this is fantastic.
I mean, there's potential here, right?
Let me in.
Sort of. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different...
No, let me in.
Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
What? No shot. Wait, actually? I don't believe it. It's just gonna be the same game again. Right?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to...
Huh. This look. Oh wait, it does have the balloons. Last time it didn't have the balloons, now it does.
All of his co-workers...
This is better.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is much better. God, some people are still stuck in the past, stuck in 2013,
No matter
playing
how
the
hard
Stanley Parable.
looked, he couldn't find a
1.
trace of his co-workers.
Oh!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Oh, guys, I know what to do with this.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
I know what to do with the bucket, you guys. Remember the bucket free zone?
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Hi, Kayla. Your reassurance
No,
bucket? Yeah.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
No. No buckets
Stop.
past
Look
this
there on the wall, you see? There's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless... What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
Oh boy.
I suppose that would
Oh
explain
boy.
a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Secret bucket room. Secret bucket room. I don't know if anybody suggested it. I played it a while ago, and then people wanted me to replay it, so I replayed it like years and
Now
years
then,
later.
I'm
Oh
going
wow!
to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Oh boy, this is gonna be hard, I bet.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
I'm gonna need my coin for this one, actually. Hold on, guys. Ah! I dropped it. Okay, it said no, this isn't a bucket.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket.
Oh!
An actual bucket.
The coin's always right, what can I say?
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Alright, what does the coin say? It says that this isn't a bucket.
Correct.
Wow!
3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Wow! Dude, I'm on a roll!
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Okay. This one says that it is a bucket.
This is a bucket.
Oh my god!
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Alright. Coin again. The coin says it is. What?!
This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one. Is this a bucket?
Alright, what does the coin say? It says it is a bucket.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Coin's never wrong, what can I say? Oh, we're doing it more?
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
I put my coin away, I thought that was it. Okay, it says it is a bucket.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha. Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. Should be around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something. And therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No!
Here we go. What happened? Is everything gone? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. Who could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person. All right, here we go.
Wow. Insane lore we just got right there. Wait. It said dial extension whatever if this light
All
is
of his
on.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
That had to have been
Stanley
a
decided to
thing.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Alright, I'll follow him this time.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers, resent coworkers for not supporting you more. That's awesome. Oh my god!
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
Oh!
Feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
What is my bucket?
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends?
What?
That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient?
No!
Life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never.
No!
Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket. They have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
I didn't come prepared.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
The normal one? There is no broom closet
All right,
ending.
I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see? I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
I skipped it somehow?
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us a silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Well, I think I did get the broom closet ending earlier. When he says, like, oh, I can tell all my friends that I got the broom closet ending. But it wasn't an actual ending. I'm gonna
Coming to
go
a
down
staircase,
first.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
No. Collectible!
Found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
Oh my
You couldn't buy
god.
that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Wow. When I get them all, the game is gonna reward me with $1 million and a lifetime supply of buckets?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps.
No, it's mine!
Someone else's bucket.
It's mine!
Terribly
The
wrong.
sticker!
Surely no good would come from this.
No!
What sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
No!
Indeed. Now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh,
Ah.
gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
Could it truly be?
Oh.
He rushed forward.
Oh my god!
Passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special.
What the fuck? Which is mine?
Stanley, find me!
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through
Oh my
town,
God.
talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course.
It's just a
Ranting
PNG.
and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Wow. All these endings just different with the buckets. It looks like it. This is what the game always needed, really. Figure Finders Committee meeting today. Oh, in the meeting room.
All of his
Ooh.
coworkers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I like work, I just hate my boss. Mile? Smile,
No matter
maybe?
how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find
I dad?
coworkers.
I dad. Figure Finders Committee. Oh my god.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest, and this was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Where's the collectible? Where? I need it! I need my prize.
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right. Then walking to the lounge. Then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
Oh, was it in the meeting room?
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. And so
thought
they
it said
took a
lounge.
detour through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Trust the completionist instinct. How we can find them. Small floating objects have appeared across the office. We have to synergize our resources to ensure their retrieval. How can you tell you spotted one? What makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? Oh wait, that's the boss's bathroom. Follow the clues provided by employee 416. There will be a reward for finding them all. Oh wow. A large room, lots of boxes. Some are both red and blue. Nearby a fireplace. A private but smelly place for an important person. Five there be, just take it from me. Lots of boxes? Okay, first, I'll go to the boss's bathroom.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
No stickers? Why did I even buy this game? I paid $25 for 2 stickers.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Oh my god! Yes!
You know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
Yes!
What about Stanlerine? I
Stanlerine!
think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Oh my god! Because the boss knows what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. I like that. Oh my god, you guys. Oh my god. Wait, I can go back though. It's letting me go back. I feel like I never had that option before. There has to be one in the elevator. None? Ugh! There has to be some over here. There has to be some.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication.
There's one behind the fireplace. There has to be one behind the
Crushed by
fireplace.
the weight of this revelation, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It said it was near a fireplace. That's a fireplace right there. Oh,
Okay,
oh,
back to the
we
name
got
of
another
these little Stanley
Stanlerines.
figurines. And now I'm torn between
Oh, we
Stanlerines
got it.
and Figlers.
We got another Stanlerine.
What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go
Oh,
up by
what a
one? Let me
rush.
sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
The number just went up so high. It just went from 3 to 4. Did you guys even... Oh, man. That was great.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket, soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I can only imagine the conversation they had with the voice actor. Like, hey, can you just do all of your lines over again, except mention a bucket in every one?
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
I am hungry for
Number go up.
Oh, it's so good.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I wonder how many hours this guy had to work voice acting just to add the word bucket. That's so funny. Oh my god.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
Oh, what's that?
The bucket had never seen
that one?
anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down.
That's really good.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust. And suddenly, an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds.
Oh.
Silly.
Oh no! That's even worse than I thought! Oh my god! This is the worst! This is horrible!
Through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
I don't want it!
Controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Wow. Incredible.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. No, the orders were still missing. For now.
That's a hint. It's hinting me.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Now I'm super suspicious. Do I have to get the wife ending again? Alright, no. I'm getting distracted. Alright, I don't care about my job anymore. I care about finding collectibles.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Where's the place with a bunch of boxes? A large room, lots of boxes. I don't remember that at all. Maybe we are the collectibles. Analysis of the recordings meant to triangulate the source of the strange noises. Data shows that in all likelihood is coming from a dark area behind a very warm place. What looks like to be a reverberance of a porcelain surface. Okay, so we're both red and blue. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled.
Whoa.
He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around.
Whoa. What?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Wait, hold on, I messed it up again. What? What was that? What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Oh, dog mode? Oh yeah, we're turning on dog mode. this is good. This is good. This is
When
good.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Stanley's a furry. What?
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
He's so good at barking. He sounds just like a dog. A dog.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
Oh, place with a lot of boxes.
Putting your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but
Oh
you.
my gosh, it's over
Really?
there.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration
Hold on,
for
hold
others?
on.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've
Oh,
very soon you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it.
oh my
We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Guys.
Now listen carefully,
the
this is
Stanleys.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, I haven't actually
Thank
walked through
God,
this one.
you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here.
Whoa.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Wow. This is like the superliminal constellation rooms. I can see the inspiration. The inspo, as the kids say. Oh wow. So pretty. Look at all these fucking things. What do you mean, oh no, this ending? You can't say that. You can't say that ever, for any reason.
No, wait. Where are you going?
I'm exploring.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
No, I won't.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oh
Please,
no.
Stanley, think about what you're doing.
No, I can take it.
No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried. No. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
One Up told me to. Sorry.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Oh, he's so sad. What's that? What is that? Whoa.
Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
I think jumping off a big staircase is gonna make me happy.
No, perhaps not. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
Oh,
That you'll throw yourself from this
no.
platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
No. He's such a sad little boy. I can imagine him with like big SpongeBob eyes.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
He's such a sad little boy. The Va? Is that his name? Va?
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
No. Poor guy. Voice acting? Yeah. Like, is the voice actor named Va?
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his
Kind of
hand.
a dumb name.
It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Except by others you mean Figlarines. I mean Stanlerines. I'm about to get the
Stanley
last
came to a set of two
Stanlerine.
open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'm getting a Stanlerine.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm getting that Stanlerine. Oh, here I come. Here I
Stanley was
come.
so bad at
Oh, that
football,
number is gonna get so
incredibly
big.
qualified, yes.
That number's gonna get so big. Oh my god, 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 oh
And
my
there it is.
god. Oh
The
my
last
god, the
Stiggly
last Stiggly Wiggly.
Stanley, this is a real accomplishment.
I
This is doing
know.
something just for the sake of doing it.
God, my $1 million.
Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements. You've insisted
What?
that a job well done is its
No.
own reward.
No, no, no,
I
no.
would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that.
No, no,
So
where's my $1 million
instead, I'll
that
just
you
say, It's
promised?
done. We're all done here, and now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
What? What? No. Wait, there's a secret vent? Whoa.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path.
What?
That it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path. That it seemed the office had begun. So far off
What
the
the
beaten
fuck?
path.
Shut up and
That it
take my
seemed the
money.
office had begun. So far off the beaten path. That it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path. That it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path. That it seemed the office had begun.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Time to wake up. Get it? Because this is the Stanley Parable 2. Time to wake up. Two. Two. Yeah, time to... How do you get up on this desk? Oh. 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 Oh, right, hold on. Oh my god. Secret. Look at me. I bet the devs didn't even know you could do this. What was it about, Panda? Oh, I thought... How do you get out? I'm sure the devs who thought of everything didn't think of this. That's what I'm saying.
Stanley,
Whoa!
sorry, but I have to put a pause on things.
That's why it
It's
didn't
just-
work.
It's those figurines, those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness?
It did.
Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Oh,
I would
wow.
love nothing more than to revisit the figurines.
You
Just
mean the
one
Stanley
more time.
Reens? Oh, wow. When Stanley found the collectibles. Man, I miss... When did this come out? 2022? This whole room is still so funny. Maybe even the funniest ever.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
7 out of 6? Where? Where? What the fuck? This is impossible. Oh, this is the garage from the basement. Oh, it's it's taking me down memory lane.
Stanley, I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
What? Why is the left number bigger than the right number? This is bad. What if there are more that I missed?
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
Boss's bathroom. See, oh, look at me, I know everything about the standing
Hey,
rooms.
that's exactly right. It was here in the boss's bathroom. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them.
Wow.
I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your 3rd time doing anything.
I remember reading about that. Why
Let's
do we have
see what came
9?
next.
Oh, what?
Oh, yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember this one. Only idiots don't remember this one. Only naked idiots.
This was the 5th mini-stand, and this one was really something special.
God,
It
I
was by
remember
the
my
red
5th
and blue
mini-stand.
doors. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
What? It's mini stand number 5. Oh my god. We found it near the red and blue dots. Thanks for watching. That guy's so cool. Wow, that's fantastic.
Takes you back, doesn't it?
It's like
I
Ultra
spent a lot
Kill.
of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, that was alright, I guess. The 11th one, pretty good feeling. Kinda.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here in the warehouse. This memory is the
Oh,
most
wow.
distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
No, I remember this one really did it for me. This one's gonna blow my mind away when I pick it up again. What? I don't know, you guys. Are there more? How many are there? Fuck, maybe I should just do heroin. Ah, God, give me more!
And then...
Oh,
there was no
wow.
more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into
No,
the
no, no.
future. Goodbye,
No
memory
more.
zone.
No! Only 12?
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on.
Oh, I'm not either.
Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards.
Yeah.
We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, yes. This spot in the warehouse. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's
Yeah.
keep going. I want more.
God, I just needed to feel normal now, honestly. I just needed to, like, function, you know what I mean?
And here's where I made that video.
Give it
Don't
to
you
me.
remember the video we watched?
No, I need the next one. I need another one.
Yes, I love that video. Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of
No,
this
I
one.
remember this
Good
one.
room, though. A solid room.
Starting to feel kind of itchy.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them.
Oh, I
I'm very
agree.
glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Oh, can you just like put all of them just like in front of me and just have me get them all? Just like, I can watch that number go up so far, probably. I just want to look at them, really.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep
I don't
going.
know.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the Figlarines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Oh, collect them all. Can you find them? Can you find them? Give me more. Oh, I want more. I want to find more. Give me more to find. Oh, look at them. Oh my god.
Look,
Oh, the
it's
jump
terrible
circle?
new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
No. If the number went up in the jump circle, maybe it would be good, you know? If I could just, like, watch that number go up more, maybe there was, like, a goal to get to. Fuck, that would be so perfect.
Oh, yes. The two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Oh, man, yeah. I gotta go with the right door as always, really.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good.
For good?
I enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
No way, it's actually just one more.
Dear me, where did all the bumpscosity go? Quite unnerving in here with all of it gone.
Oh my god, you're right. I mean, last time it crashed my screen, but I guess it is kind of nice. Okay, I think this is a special ending, so I don't want to go through the window just yet.
good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket, off on another thrilling adventure together.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his bosses...
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Really? Are we not going down a separate path? Wait, hold on. What are the different options for the bump viscosity? I'll put it on 76. "76 is more of a tasteful bump viscosity for Stanley Parable."
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raised furiously.
Man, this game needs a skip button.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery... Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and... What? Wait. What was happening?
Whoa.
Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Climate.
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
No!
Recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket,
needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
No!
Stanley can't leave this place, not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms, not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room, but at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Oh! Welcome, Stanley, to heaven. What? What? Oh my god, wait, this is heaven. Look at all these buttons I can press. Oh wow, this is fantastic. This is Ultra Push. This is awesome. Oh, I got them all. Oh wait, but then they come back? What? Why do they come back? This is kind of nice. This is kind of awesome. That's true, heaven is endless. It would get kind of boring if I only had this many buttons to push. Oh wow, this is incredible. The sequel is now paused, that's funny. What if I turn the bump viscosity up? Huh. These buttons seem to be kind of special. So bump viscosity? Yeah, I know. The bump viscosity on this thing is incredible. Do I just begin the game again? What's the voice saying? I have no idea. I've been trying to find it out myself. I don't know if there's like a secret here. Well, I think that's what he's trying to do. I mean, that's what they're trying to do. They're like, oh, what if there's a secret, you gamers and your secrets. Try every combination of button. Ooh, go ahead. This is what you like to do, isn't it? Alright, I'll begin again. Wow, I can go to heaven whenever I want.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his coat. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Wow, that was incredible. I have to see what the other option is. Oh, what?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
What? The Future Happiness Foundation. I can't wait for all those boxes to come in. That'll be incredible.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game.
Oh, I can't wait to see what the other option has.
Then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable, and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong, and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
Wow, that was incredible. I actually wasn't expecting a different option. Although I'm sure yeah, that was definitely intended, never mind. Alright, where's my boxes?
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers. They'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing?
Wow. Wow, this is awesome. How many boxes are there?
The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Can I put it back down? I forgot how many boxes I ordered. I may have to recount.
Stanley clutched the
what?
bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on it. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was it no? Never mind.
Oh, I thought it was gonna block off all
Stanley
the
took the
pathways
door
to me,
to go
the
back
boxes
to
I
them, and so
mean.
the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was with Stanley. We must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I'm gonna go in here with the bucket, and I'm sure something incredible will happen. Something completely mind-blowing. Panda, have I seen... not everything, but like... have I seen what there is to see? I'm starting to run out of options to choose.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
In the game?
Was the bucket
Yeah.
guiding him?
Like, are there any other endings I should
This
go
is certainly the most
for?
logical
Anything else I should
explanation.
explore?
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Oh, you may
The door
die.
behind them was
No.
locked shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
So you're saying that, like, I'm all done. There's nothing else to see?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself.
and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket slid helplessly into the enormous jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
Hit restart game a few
It was
times.
a shame,
Okay.
the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Oh, wow. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You're standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within a cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind that what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, in ignorance and darkness? I want to do the first thing.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Inferno Bucket, a replica of the Inferno Bucket, which in the medieval area was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket. Wow, I didn't even know that. They didn't even teach you that in school. Wait, there are really 25 buckets in this picture? Wow, that's so many buckets. A photograph of 25 buckets, the greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. Wow, look at them, all 25 of them. A bucket with 2 handles? That's really funny, actually. That's hilarious. What's the original piece called? Or was it even a piece? I don't even think it was. The stress bucket. Worrying, negative forecasting, negative thinking, lack of reassurance. Sorry, I'm still enjoying myself. I'm just tired. Stress equals the level of water in the bucket. Coping strategies equals holes. Rest and relaxation. Doing something you enjoy. Rest and relaxation. Wow. While we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. Wow.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Whoa. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance inevitably is for our own good. Yeah! Oh. I got it.
But
I'm the
there is
bravest boy
something
ever.
we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die.
Whoa!
Crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful
Oh
bucket.
my
We can
God.
save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Ow.
All of his co-workers.
Alright. I'm gonna exit the game and come back in. Oh, I don't know, 3 streams? 2 streams? What time is it? Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all of the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. And I still don't really know you, and you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games are meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again if you can find me. Talk soon. That's not the 10 years achievement, is it? Epilogue! Wow! Wait, Panda. Panda! I don't. But is this for another stream? I'm feeling kind of tired and I don't want to play for like a couple more hours at this energy level. Oh. Be quick. Sure. Wait, sure do another stream or sure keep going today? I might save it for another stream. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give it one more stream. Maybe more, depending on what it needs. Oh, new stream? Sure. Oh, I thought you were... Never mind. I thought you were asking me to start a new stream so that the VOD was easier to edit in case you guys wanted to do that. But I'll do that anyways. I'm gonna start a new stream right after this one.